Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Our lesson today is to talk about the matrices. Very interesting lesson today. Also a very easy lesson. At the beginning, what I mean by matrices. It's a plural for matrix. It's a matrix. The singular is a matrix. Now, what I mean by a matrix in general, it's a rectangle arrangement of data like this, or you can consider it as a table of information, contains columns and rows. So I will consider this matrix contains two rows, and I will consider here two columns. Easy one. So the first row will contain 12 and 2, 0 and 4 here, for example. This matrix contains two columns. This is the first column. This is the first column. And this is the second. Also, we can consider it as two rows, as this first row and this is the second row. Good. So this is the matrix. That's what I mean by matrix. Then the matrix is a table of information, table of data, or a rectangle of data, arrangement data. Okay, what I need from matrices here. Every element here, every element in the data, this element, I will take it, this element, every element have intersection between the column and the row. So 12 is the intersection of the first column and first row. Here 0 is the intersection of the first column and second column and first row. Okay. Now, our lesson is the operation of matrices. The operations on matrices. When I say operation in matrices, I mean how we can add them, subtract them, and also multiply them. The division not included here. Why division not included? That we will discuss later, inshallah, in the next lesson when we take the multiplication. But today we will discuss just the addition and subtraction of two matrices. Let me assume the best way to explain this lesson and demonstrate it is by examples. So let me assume the first matrix, I will call it A, as 2, 3, -4, and 6. The second matrix B, I will choose it as 3, -1, 0 and -4. Now how we can add these matrices or subtract them? Firstly, if I ask you to find A plus B, was the answer, or A minus B was the answer, and the vice versa. If I ask you to B minus A, I will get it later, inshallah. But now, how we can do this operation, the addition operation here, how we can do it? It's easy, it's very easy. We will add the corresponding elements. What I mean by the corresponding elements? The elements which they have same location here. This 2 and 3, they are corresponding elements. Why? Because this is the intersection of the first column and first row. And this also the intersection of the first column and first row. So 2 is corresponding to 3, 3 is corresponding to -1, 6 is corresponding to -4 here, -4 is corresponding to 0. Now, to find this answer, just we need to add the corresponding element directly. So this, it will be 2 plus 3, because here we have addition. 2 plus 3, it will be 6. Now, -4 plus 0, it will be -4. 3 plus -1, it will be 2. Now 6, -4 together, it will be 2. This is my final answer. A minus B. Now, let me find A minus B. In same procedure, A minus B, it will be like this. Subtract the corresponding elements. That means 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3. It will be negative 1. Negative 4. Negative 0. It will be negative 4. 3. Negative negative. It will be positive. 3 minus negative 1. It will be positive 1. That means the answer is 4. 6. Negative negative again. It will be positive. So 6 plus 4. It will be 10. That's the final answer. By the way, I forgot to mention here, every matrix have a size. What I mean by size of matrix, the size of matrix is here, the size of matrix is equal number of rows multiplied by number of columns. So here, the size is 3 times 2. We will not multiply, just as a notation here. 3 times 2. Just to... Sorry, why did I put 3 here? 2 times 2. 2 times 2. Here we have 2 rows, 2 columns, so 2 times 2. This is the size of this matrix. And this matrix also have the same size. Okay, I will give you another example here. I will give you another example. For example, this matrix 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. What's the size of this matrix? What's the size of this matrix? I say the size of the matrix is number of rows times number of columns. So number of rows here we have 1, 2 rows. Number of columns 1, 2, 3 columns. So it will be 2 times 3. This is the size of this matrix. By the way, from here I want to conclude one necessary condition to add or subtract two matrices. As we see, it's so easy to add or subtract two matrices, but if they have same size. If they don't have the same size, so we cannot add them. For example, let me say we have a matrix 2, 0, 4, and negative 1. And I want to add it to the matrix 3 and 1. Can we add this matrix? Of course not. Why? Because they have, these two matrices, they have different sizes. The size of this matrix is 2 times 2, 2 rows, 2 columns. And the size of this matrix is 2 times 1, 2 rows, 1 column. So because the size are different, we cannot add them. If you want to add, there is no corresponding element for this column. There is corresponding element for this column, 2 plus 3, okay, we can find it, but 0 plus what? There is no corresponding columns here, so we cannot do the operation. Here we can say we can't perform the operation. In other words, it's not allowed to do it. Okay, easy lesson. Okay, I will check some basic concepts here. For example, if I say X is represented a matrix here, or A, because I use always A, I would put it A. Assume a matrix A. If I add it to matrix 3 and 2, 0 and 4, the answer is 6, 7, minus 3, and minus 2. What's the value of A? Find the A here. Find A. How we can find this A? As linear equations, we can deal with it as a linear equation. Just we can move this matrix to the other side here and put it as a negative sign. That's a way. Or by mental math, what's the matrix, what's the corresponding elements here? It must be to get that value. For example, I will do it as a mental math here. So this is our unknown matrix plus our matrix here. Our matrices is 3, 2, 0, and 4, which equal to 6, 7, negative 3, and negative 2. So here we have values here, we need to find them. Now the first value here. What's the number? If I add it to 3, I will get 6. Of course, is it 3? I'll talk with myself also. Now, what's the value of the number here? If I add it to 2, I will get 7, which is 5. Now, what's the number here? What's the missing number? If I add it to 0, I will get negative 3. It will be negative 3 again here. Negative 3 plus 0, it will be negative 3 by mental math. And here, the last number is, what's the number? If I add it to 4, I will get negative 2. It will be negative 6. Negative 6 plus 4, it will be negative 2. That's a method, or that's a procedure. I can do it by another way. As I say, from linear algebra, we can convert this as a linear equation, and we can move this to other side here, and it will be negative sign. So we can find A directly by doing the operation here. This, the first one, 6, 7, negative 3, and negative 2. This, it will be negative now after movements. So it will be 3, 2, 0, and 4. Of course, you will find the final answer which is equal this matrix. Make sure that we check. 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. Minus 3 minus 0, which equal minus 3. Negative 2, negative 4, which equal negative 6. This is my final answer. Okay. By the way, you will find the most important definition in the right hand of the video here, in the right side of the video. Also, if there is any question, please ask me by our communication skills, our communication ways like WhatsApp, like Sysjo platform. Okay. See you later, inshallah. Goodbye.